Hello, I'm your host, Giselle Gamby, and this is the Intuitive Pull podcast. First of all, I want to say thank you to the community of listeners because there have been breathtaking ripples that have occurred from listening to this podcast, and I'm excited to be witness of many, many more. This year, I'm dedicating this podcast to the theme of 2023 being a breakthrough year. No matter how successful, fulfilled, and happy we are, and the truth is that sometimes we're not, we all have thresholds we've placed on ourselves on how loving and powerful we've allowed ourselves to be. Following the intuitive pull does not negate our vulnerabilities and our humanness. Oftentimes, following the intuitive pull asks us to see our blind spots and to bring what has been in the shadow to light. And when we do, we can see that being fully human is in fact the precursor to remembering that we are infinitely greater than this mortal body, that we are infinitely connected beyond this time and space, not in spite of our humanity, but because of the intricate weaving of all aspects of our precious humanity. When we take responsibility and remember that you have the power to decide what you choose, and we fuse that with a letting go of control and surrendering into the plans that you didn't make, there is nothing that you cannot transform. My wish is that you see that the deeper you go, the greater your wealth in all ways, and that authenticity is always profitable. Have fun! Good morning, Intuitive Pull community. Just a quick frame up of this episode entitled My Soul Must Be Really Pissed Off With Me. This is an excerpt of a group call that I had yesterday with my clients, and I have been given permission to share someone's process. I'm sharing it because it's bloody powerful, and I know that this beautiful woman, Debbie, who you've heard from on this podcast before in December, I know that her story is not only for her. I know that this story is shared by many. Now, what you'll all see here is the magnificence of Jason and Susie's coaching. They are both coaches in their own right, and so is Debbie. And so the other pull that I had to share this part of the group call on this podcast was to share these three incredible coaches' magnificence with you, that you may indeed be pulled to coach with one of them as you resonate with what they are saying and where the conversation is going. Details of these three magnificent coaches will be in the show notes. And just a little disclaimer here. It is interesting that, yes, on this call, we are all coaches. However, please know that in terms of my coaching in the Catalysts, it is not only for coaches. So important for me to say that. Thank you. So may this episode work some magic in your life. And thank you, Debbie. Thank you to Jason and Suzie for giving me permission to share this piece of our group call on this episode. Thank you.
I'm frustrated. I don't want to be like this in December, Jason. Oh, fucking hell.
There's sadness there.
Yeah, I do. I feel, even this morning, I was thinking, fuck this shit. I'm not even going to go on the call. What's the fucking point?
Oh, that was Jason last week.
Exactly.
I'm glad you did come.
I am too. I said there's something there. That's why I'm resisting it. I was thinking not to show up. And then I said, oh, again, you're not showing up. There must be something there today for you. So show up.
Go to the sadness, Debbie.
Yeah.
The sadness, feel it. We're with you.
It's just stupid. I don't even like that this is on recording, because whoever is watching it is going to be, oh, fuck's sake, again. Another layer, Jason. I see it all. I see it. But I create fucking shit. I just create shit. The other day, Suzie suggested like to have a conversation with my husband, and something came up to go, and I had to go somewhere in May to Sydney. I was like, oh fuck, there's just too much. And I said to him, I need to talk to you about all this Giselle thing. He goes, what's there to talk? And we were at work. It's really difficult. Things like that, I really feel frustrated with me, with everything around me at the moment. That part of me that's messy is also craving freedom, fully aligning, being aligned with myself, telling everyone to fuck off. If it makes sense. And that's why they said this. I think I've discovered that this morning. Like, oh yeah, that part, I'm not honoring that part. That wants to scream out. I'm gonna do my own fucking thing. That's why. And I said to my husband, like we need to talk about all this Giselle thing. Because I kept saying she hasn't invoiced me. Why hasn't she invoiced me?
I've been a naughty girl.
Yeah, it's like I haven't paid the woman, and like a bit of not guilt, but because I have a value and I appreciate. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
And I said to him, "What can I do it?" And he goes, "Of course you can do it," and he walks off. I'm like, "Fuck me." My problem, is that I know he's super supportive. He's not saying much. I know he believes in me. Probably seeing things that I don't even fucking think he can see. But the time, I need time. And he's not doing anything about creating time. It's not about paying Giselle or paying for this or that. It's about working on that I have free time. I have capacity. I know I do. And I'm looking at him and being in my messiness for the past, since Monday, say, am I waiting for someone else's permission again? Is that showing up again? Like Jason said, I heard it, another fucking layer. You know? And then I sit back and I think, circumstances, I'm giving them a power. Circumstances do not have a power. I got the power. And then I look around. You created fucking shit. You are creating this to show up. I am creating it. I honestly, you know what I felt like this morning, giving up on everything. I just need to rest. I just need to rest because, like I wrote to you, I doubt. And that doubt is affecting me. My sleep is broken now. It's like I'm not heard. When I try to talk to Zach, he's like, you can do it. I just looked at him, fucking hell. When? I wake up, I go to work, it's dark. I come back, it's dark. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I need to find, what am I doing? That's why I feel sad and frustrated. I really do. I get everything here. I get it. When I get triggered, I pull back and I look and I see it. But it seems like I get stuck there, maybe in judgment. This is why I didn't want to show up this morning, because I was like, what am I going to share? Fucking shit again. And I said to my daughter, we went out for dinner the other night, and I was telling her about sacred leadership, and she said, oh shit, that's a mainly, you gotta go by ferry. She goes, I'm coming with you. And I said, and I was quiet, and she said, aren't you excited? I said, fuck, I don't even know what I am anymore. Excited, exhausted, I don't know. And even now, what I feel now from saying all this. It's like, who is going to give me permission? Which one?
None of us.
None of you.
None of us.
That's what it sounds to me all the time. Then I thought, you know what, Debbie? Maybe it's not your time now. So then I turn around. It's like, I swear, like there's two of me. Why am I pushing? Like, what did Jason say? Force and fuss. That's how I feel. That's why I had smiled when you said that. We don't have to force and fuss. And I feel I'm doing that. That's exactly how I feel. That I fuss and force. You know, I just don't want my body to stop me, to pull me away from things. Because it's gonna come somewhere, somehow, that I'm forced to stay at home. But not the way I would like it to be.
So I have a suggestion. I'm going to
Yes.
play. I'm going to play. This is for all of us, right? This is not just for Debbie. This is for all of us. I'm going to play the Ho'oponopono song, this new one that is so beautiful. And when I play it, I invite each of us to go to the purity and the innocence of our own hearts. Yeah. Go to the purity and innocence of your own heart, Debbie, and see what you haven't yet seen. Yeah.
You know, the first song you played when it came to I Love You,
Yes.
I was like, oh, I had tears in my eyes.
Yes.
Because it hit the spot. Like,
I love you, Debbie. I'm so glad you showed up. I'm crying with you.
yeah, I know. Thank you. And then I thought if I just let go of everything, then I might be able to just, but I tried. I've tried.
There's something for out there's a piece for you to see that you've not seen, you have not met yet. You know, one of my favorite Rumi quotes was, out beyond wrongdoings and right doings is a field. I'll meet you there. My invitation is to go and meet yourself in the field when I play this song. Wonderful.
I have a question for Deb. This is probably
Yes.
for all of us.
Wonderful.
What would you really love? What would you really love if you unrestricted? What would you love? Limitless. From a place of limitlessness. What would you love?
What would I love is to do this work that we are something like this. You know, there's a lady in Perth, and I hear from her sometimes, and she said to me, a friend of mine actually, we never met, but we become friends because she wanted a session with me. And she said to me, Debbie, I know you don't see it, but I think you need to have a podcast. And I was like, what? Why would you say that? She said, because you're funny and your accent, and you fucking love talking. You don't.
And swearing.
Yeah, I know. She said, you don't need to look any further. You just do the podcast, and people are gonna. You love talking. There's nothing. And I said, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind having a. I would love to do this work, what we are doing, helping people.
What if this was the greatest gift, that you going through this right now was the greatest gift that you could possibly have to lead you to do what you came here to do? What if this is the exact thing that you need, that's here to break through, to allow yourself to give yourself the permission?
That's what I thought of this morning. You motherfucker, you just keep going. I swear. I was washing cups in the kitchen. I'm like, you motherfucker, just fucking keep going and stop this crap. That's a great point.
And you get to choose. You choose. You might not know how you're going to get there, but you choose. Just choose.
So take all that in into this song. Anything else you want to say, Jason?
Yeah, just give yourself permission to really choose what you're having, what you're creating, what you're here to do. Give yourself permission and let go of all the hows and what you haven't got and what you're not doing and all that. Just let it all go. Just be in the choice of it and see what happens. And through especially, through Ho'oponopono especially.
It's perfect, isn't it? Perfect. Thank you for saying all that. I feel like a DJ.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. I love you and thank you. I love you and thank
Isn't that the most beautiful song?
Can you share that with us in the
I will.
group?
I think I've listened to a few of those, but that's the best one so far. Oh,
Beautiful. You can feel the vibration, the rippling, the frequency. I could see swirls just going out and out and out and out and out. Lovely.
Debbie. That was big for you.
Big, yeah. I was in the field actually with yellow flowers. I don't know why yellow. Lots of light. You know what's interesting? I was thinking yesterday, my soul must be really pissed off with me. Really pissed off. Because that's why we came here for. But that's what we came here for. Maybe this, I don't know, like hurry fucking up in that sense. I have to make up my mind. I have to choose. Stop looking back.
Something here, darling. My darling Debbie, who I just adore. When I was listening to that song, then it reminded me of Bob the Shaman, Giselle. That was sort of Bob the Shaman music we had when we had ayahuasca together. But something came up for you during that in me, and it was the faith that you had, the faith that you have, not had, the faith that you have that brought you out to Australia is still there.
Yeah. Mm.
And maybe it's time to lean into that faith and knowing that even though at the moment it feels impossible or you don't know how, that faith is going to be the thing that you lean on to get you where you want to go. And when you were talking about the beautiful Zach, who I've met, had the privilege of meeting, who just adores you and wants everything for you, is that not all men are as perceptive as our Jason, who hears the words unspoken.
Oh.
Sometimes they need to be spoken. And whilst he's going, yes, I want to, yeah, you do it. You're not telling him what support you need to be able to do it. You said he walked away. He said, yes, you do it. And then he walked away. But
Yeah.
you're not articulating to him,
Yeah.
thank you to do this. This is the support I need. Can we work on it together? Whether it's I call up an employment agency and get them to send someone over, whatever it is. But if you're supportive in me doing this, which you said you are, and I'm so grateful, this is what I need in the practical, because this is where you are, and I know you are. You have to make practical decisions in order to come to sacred leadership.
Yeah.
But we're presuming that men can read our minds, and they don't, apart from Jason. They don't. They think, oh, well, that's fine. I've said yes, I'm all for it, and I want it for her, and I want her to be happy. But you're not giving him clear enough words.
Well done, Suzie.
Yeah, you're right.
And I want to read you a message. I shared it with Giselle this morning before our call. And this is the reason why you're here. And this is the reason you won't stop and go, it's all fucking bullshit and it's too hard. Because this is what I woke up to this morning from Lily out of my book. You have been a major influence in my life. I just wish I'd met you sooner. Clearly, I'm not the hard, uncrackable nut you originally thought. You did crack me open. There's people that need that from you, just like there's people that need it from Jason.
Yeah.
They don't know how to ask for it, but they need you to see it. And you see it. I know you see it. You see things. So don't just, I know I understand, because we talked the other day about like you can't see a way out. But when you're in that space of that, you can't. But dropping into that and the knowing, you can. I know.
Well said, Suzie. Well said.
Yeah.
I want to say
Thank you.
one thing to what you're pointing out. Again, now that sacred leadership is in the field, and look, it's nothing different to where we come from already, right? It's just really putting that sacred space inside of ourselves on center stage, right? So that we can't forget, so that we can't go into doingness, or if we go into doingness, we catch ourselves quickly. So the only way, Debbie, for you to make this shift from current reality to what you would love is not through the human doing, Debbie.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to come from that place of faith. It's got to come from that place. It's got to come from surrender. It's got to come from the powers within me. It's got to come from deciding. It can't come from the skin bag version of you. It can't.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. When
And
Suzie
it
was
and it
reading, I
can't
could-
can't come from anyone else. It's just giving you permission.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I came for.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I received something else for you. You mentioned on a call a while ago, you've got a vision of it. You've got a check up on your vision board, or you've got a check in your mind. Well, that can't happen until you've actually decided what you're stepping into. It can't happen without the decision to fully commit to that which you're here to do, to that which you're meant to be doing. Right? Watch what happens when you do.
You're right.
Because what you're doing, also here's another thing. So you're also going first for Zach. You're going first to Zach because you're giving him permission through you giving your permission to do what you're here to do, to step into your purpose, you're actually creating the space for more for him, whatever that looks like. But you go first.
Mm.
You go first in your family. And that sense that you go first with your siblings, that aspect of your family as well. You go first. You go first.
Not always wrapped up in a pretty bow, unfortunately.
Mm. So it's up to me. Oh,
We're right here, walking it with you.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. Oof, that's hitting me. Thank you.
Something you want to say, Jason?
No, I was just checking in. Is there anything else I need to say? And I was like, no, she's got it.
Yes, I got it.
Got it. I agree. Beautiful. You can feel it, can't you? Ooh.
I feel it. This morning I'm sitting outside and it's still dark. I couldn't sleep. Thinking about, am I going to go on this call or not? I swear, I got up. It's dark outside and I don't have to wake up today because I'm not going to work. And I'm thinking, fucking how annoying is this? It's just annoying, and it's annoying from the point that I go here and then there, like on the band for resistance. I don't know which way to go. I'm in the middle. And what Jason said now is like choose which side you're gonna go. And Suzie and you, and it's so silly and obvious. It's how fucking beliefs and limitations are powerful. If you let yourself in. Limitations. I put a lot of limitations on myself. That's a good theme for meditation. A lot of limitations. A lot. And I've realized that this morning.
There's also something, the words that you use, my soul must be really pissed off with me. There's something about those words. I feel like those that wants to be something. It could be a podcast episode. It could be a blog, a piece of writing. I feel like it wants to be something. They're amazing words because so many people resonate So
Mhm.
resonate with that. My soul must be really pissed off with me.
Because this is why I came here. This is like she's telling me, catch the last fucking train. That's why I came here. I know that. I came to finish this for once in whatever my soul had. Whoever believes in it, who doesn't, I give a fuck. I do. I know. I felt it. That my soul came here,
Yep.
especially with coaching with you, going through all the shit, looking at my life. Fuck, you don't choose that for nothing. Like yourself or Jason or Suzie. Our souls don't choose that for nothing. They really don't. Fuck, who wants that? Who would choose that? But there is that arriving point in this time for my soul, in this time, that I need to complete now, that I have to join in with her. And that's why that came. She must be pissed off at me. Yeah. That's where it came from. Because now that knowing and seeing all this is like, yes, exactly right. She wants to reach that finished point, whatever, how much time I have. That's my job. That's my job to get that soul there. For all of us who is here in these sorts of calls, really, we all have that. It's not obligation. It's just soul. Soul wants to go there. That's why I have this. I should fucking just let go of everything. But then you do, but then you can't because it's not why she's here. She wants to finish what she started. Suzie and you and Jason, when you look at your childhood and shit, we've been all of us, we've been through so much shit, emotional, physical, everything. It's not for nothing. It has to be finished. and that's why I think she's pissed with me. Like fucking just.
She's not. You've got this far. This is just the next thing to move through, so that you really get it, so that you really understand it. Remember, you're here to help people. Well, I don't know if you remember this, but you're here to help people against all the odds. You are the example of that. So this is just another aspect of against the odds. Yeah. Oh, I'm the butcher's wife. Oh, but I'm I'm turning into the coach. You know, it's just moving beyond the limitations against the perceived odds. You are the example of that, the shining example of that. So of course it's just another layer.
Yes. It's well done, Jason. Well done, because that's your piece. That's the piece for you to own. That piece, against all odds, they're the most perfect words. You couldn't get more perfect words than that. That's the piece to own. That's the piece to love that has been here with you today and this week. That's the piece to love. That's the piece to bow down to that.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know that. Like your story. Whoa.
Yeah.
There's nothing there's nothing greater to demonstrate that than your story. So of course it's got to turn up here. You're not in Bosnia anymore, but you've got the same internal experiences.
You know what was funny? I was thinking of that. And I was like, yeah, I created from nothing something.
Yeah.
And then my stupid mind goes, yeah, but you had free time. You were lying down on the bed doing nothing. And now you're working. It's just, you know.
You know the interesting thing, Deb, is where you are now on paper from where you were is you've got the beautiful husband, the successful business, you've got the kids, you've got your family expanding, you've got you've got the perceived ticked all the boxes against all the odds, right?
Yeah.
But now the next aspect of against all of the odds is that you're going beyond the perceived all the boxes ticked.
Yeah.
Into your greater purpose.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Your seeing, Jason, your seeing has gone next
Yeah,
level.
yeah.
It's gone
Especially
next.
today with the
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Susie.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Susie
exactly.
dad, yeah.
Exactly. You guys are absolutely
You know. I'm actually glad I showed up today.
So please, next time, this is the lesson. When people don't want to show up, please remember, show up.
Show up, yeah.
That's the time to show up.
yeah. That's why we're working in this group together, is to,
Mm,
when we don't feel like being there.
Exactly.
Because
yeah.
we care about each other.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think you've really got it.
I did got it.
The eagle has landed.
Oh, I feel so emotional.
Yeah.
It's heavy. That's why I didn't want to show up. It's like it's heavy.
It's not heavy, it's love. It's flowing through.
Exactly.
Love for you.
I've got something else. So you see, you know, these young fellows that work for you, against the odds, they can be something, right?
Mhm.
But then there's the so they're almost like your scholarship people, these
Mhm.
young.
Yes.
But then the ones that you're working with are the people that perceive that they've stuck in a certain. They might on paper have everything, right? Might look good, and they rigidly think they can't move from that. They rigidly think they can't move from that place. That they're stuck in that paradigm of whatever it is. It's the two extremes.
Mhm.
You found Debbie's tagline, Jason. That's it. Against all odds.
Yeah. Yeah. Well done, Susie. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Jason, say it again,
So
please.
it's like, well, I'm seeing two differences, two extremes of the types of people you're working with. Like the young fellows that come in, you know, who are against the odds of making something of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like your scholarship group. It's like I actually see it like a group thing. You like this, the maternal figure holding the space for these men, these young, I don't know why it's men, but young men. And then the other extreme of that is people like who fit the mold of having all on paper looks really good, but there's a real dissatisfaction, and they've locked in because they can't see the way out, but there's a real dissatisfaction, and they're fearful of making any decision, or they're not giving themselves the permission to make the decision to move forward. But it's always against the odds. There's always this perception of against all odds. Oh, I can't go and do that. Mm-hmm. I can't go and do this. I can't go and do this. I can't have this because of my upbringing or my circumstances, or I can't have this because of I'll shake the tree too much. I'll rattle up the comfort. I'll get out of my comfort. It's you're like the against all odds lady. You're against there's very much that something along those lines to play with, and all you have to do is just start.
You know, I wonder if that beautiful young fellow that is coming into work, you know, that you've already supported through just being you, how many friends he's got in the same boat. You know, like there's a lot of kids out there that just want to be seen and heard, and you know, whatever way you go about it. But I can, Jason, that's you're on fire today, Jason.
Both of you
Thank
are.
you.
Both of you are.
I see that so clearly. Yeah, beautiful. Funny
you mentioned that. That's why I asked, can you say it again? Because my butcher, that our first baby, he was telling one of the guys where he works, he knows me, and he goes, I looked up for her to buy her book. He told him that there was a book and I was in it, and he told him she's a therapist, maybe you should go see her. And he looked up And I said, don't spit it like that to people, you know, because it's all sounds like a joke, you know. He's young as well. And now that's why I asked you, have I heard that he said like a younger people? You know what's the best thing you said, Jason? So in that last part, start. Ooh, that hit me. Yeah. Thank you. Against all odds.
That's your bit.
Love that song too.
Thank you for being there. I felt like I was coached by 3 best coaches. Thank you. I'm being serious.
And Debbie, you know that vision that I had months ago about putting that
Paper.
letter in the brown bag with the meat. I feel it's time now. Do you remember? Do you know this vision?
Yes.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. Share that. Share everything that just happened. You're coming out of the closet. Share.
Coming out of the cool room.
Yeah, coming out of the cool room. Exactly. Share. And you know what? Don't go and put the power in your daughter having to print and all that rest of it.
No.
Just type it up and take it to Officeworks and print it there or something.
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, there you go. Just write your story out. Coming out. How many of those people that walk into your shop are experiencing exactly what is happening here? How many of those people that walk into your shop have what Jason spoke to about the ones that have got all the boxes ticked and they don't know how to go into the other side? How many of those people?
I have to watch this call again and again. There's so much in this.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. There was a lot of shivers going on in that. Oh my God, so many shivers.
So emotional.
So emotional as well.
Good.
I really don't want my soul to be pissed off. I really don't. Like I felt when you play the songs, that's where sadness went straight to her.
Yes.
I think I just remembered that conversation we had before you contacted Giselle and the pain in you.
Yeah.
Which is similar to
similar, very similar.
Yeah.
Go and write after this call or this afternoon, Debbie. Go and write a love letter to your soul.
I can say. I want to say this. I don't know if I don't know if I'm getting a bit emotional. This lovely lady, she transitioned on the 2nd of January this year. I hardly knew her, but I went to her funeral, and no stone unturned. And each of us here, that's us. She just transitioned 74, just no sickness, just went, done, right, done. And she wants you to know that that's what we are all here to do. We will leave. Our souls will let us leave when we're done, and that's the work we're doing. She was a seeker. She did every. When I went to her service, I knew I had to go, and hearing her journey and the richness of her life, but she was a complete seeker, and of course she had to keep moving through her stuff from a very conservative upbringing to being the healer, the artist, the guide, whatever. She did so much, but she sits there to remind me that's what we're all here to do. We're here to live our soul's purpose and then we'll go when we don't have to do suffering. We just go when we're done, gently and effortlessly and beautifully, and it's just done. And so that's for us all here.
Yes. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Suzie, you're feeling it as well. Waves of goosebumps up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I know this is for each of us because it's this group, I couldn't say that to everybody, but I know here our soul's missions will be done when we're finished. We don't have to come back and do it. We're not coming back to repeat what hasn't been done in past lives. This lifetime, it's done. I don't know what's next. I don't know, but I just know.
Yeah.
That's wherever she's gone, we're going.
Yeah, but it's fucking on spot what you're saying. That's the feeling I have with my soul.
Yeah, me too.
And she came now to do it, and that's why I have this. I can't not to do it because I know that's what my soul wants. That's why my soul is here for that. I feel it. I know that she's pissed off with me because that's her last train.
Yeah.
My body, my vehicle.
Yeah.
For some reason because when I had that for the past few days, what took me back when I was a little child and the knowing I had and this, I just did things my way. I never cared about what my father was really funny. Like I was the one always making him upset, but I didn't give a fuck. You see, my little soul didn't give a shit. My soul did what she wanted to do.
Your soul was giving him the lessons that were required. Whether what he did with them wasn't up to your souls. It's just you were just there doing your thing.
And then through all my life, that this my soul, this big fucking soul, was doing everything, on her own and against the odds. And now I feel really that she's urging me to, like, don't give up. That's why Suzie knows how I felt. I couldn't give up. Thank you, Jason, for that. Big. I didn't want to show up.
Hey guys, if you love this podcast, I have 2 requests. Number 1, sign up to the newsletter, which you can find in the show notes. Sharing is one of my superpowers, and there is only so much that I can share through the medium of podcasting. And I have very big plans this year to be radically generous to you. So sign up to that newsletter where you'll be able to receive a whole lot more that I trust will be super valuable to you. And number 2, I'm a massive referrer of the people I love to the people I love. Please share this episode or podcast with the people you love, and let's create some more breathtaking ripples of impact.